what you're describing is sort of like pre-Symphonia Tales of and Summon Night Swordcraft story. Which I told you that I wanted you to play those.
Okay.
Maybe we just played them here.
Oh. Baby.
Okay, I see what you mean. Actually expanded out into a Warriors type thing. You'd really have to adjust the combo scheme. Okay, but 2D. I don't think there's enough there because the focus is really on the platforming rather than the combat. Personally. Like, the weapons are cool. We didn't even talk about the alternate weapons for Ori. But I don't know if there's enough there.
I mean, to be fair, there's really one alternate weapon. The rest is like you have.
The rest of them do require stamina.
They require a resource.
Yeah, that's true. True. I didn't forget about that. However, the one actual alternate weapon is really cool.
Yeah.
That's how I beat the final boss.
That final boss was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Also, I can't believe they gave you a new power in the fucking final level.
Isn't it?
It's really good.
I think I know what you're talking about. I didn't see it, but I did see it up here on my feed.
Like, I was that whole scene before Bird shows back up. It was like, alright, come on. I know the thing's gonna happen. I know she's gonna show up. Like, why are we taking so long to do this, man? I'm not a fool. I mean, like, there it is. But that fight was cool. In fact, it took me one death in the final stage when I realized, like, oh, there's no more platform.
Yeah. Start bashing off the.
Yeah, you bash off the forever things and do a 6 spear to her face.
Yep.
To finish it off.
Because that's the only way to fight that final zone. The final.
Try to get in there.
Yeah, no. I tried to get in there once, and I was like, "Hey, remember spears? I sure do."
Great.
Oh, I love that. That's the second time that happened. Your sword was in his chest, but he was like, "No, I'm gonna spawn though." And you pulled down, and he's like, "Okay, we'll fight." That's sword. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's a 5-hit. That's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. At least I did it once.
That was almost 0 to death.
It was. Also, I can't. Are you like that ending of the game?
Yeah.
Also made me really sad.
Oh yeah.
Which is, I guess, it's like if Ori's not making you slightly cry.
Yeah.
It's not doing its fucking
like,
job.
are you even paying attention?
Huh?
Are you even paying attention to the game?
You're like, if you're the dom man, when it does a cutscene with it's not talking, it doesn't matter. What? How am I supposed to relate with there's no when there's no conversation?
Yeah.
Bastard.
Yeah. That ties back into the Kingdom Hearts thing.
It does.
We're the heart. I'm too amused at myself.
Yeah, well.
No, but anyway, though. My favorite powers in the entire game, like, obviously Bash is the greatest power to exist in any video game.
Yes.
The movement.
But
that was in the first game.
Yes.
The second game, like, you get, like, water and sand drilling powers are the, like, so cool.
No one has been inside this place for 10, maybe 20 generations. Now the plates are lit once.
Sort of. So you can mess with the passives.
Let's go.
For anyone watching this later, any stupid builds you can do. Question. We'll get to that. But dumb builds in. Oh yeah, here's your favorite thing where we're Sonic running. Yeah, that. Oops.
Go around at the speed of sound.
Yeah. Yeah. And you asked for it last time though, so we had to give it to you. Yes. 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 Rationalize it however you wish. But you know.
Fuck you.
Anyway, so dumb builds. What my favorite thing to do. So I mean, the game lets you have a bow that fires. We will get there. We will get there. He can see you. He can see you. You can make your bow fire extra shots that split into even more shots
That ricochet off.
of
It's
things.
It's real bad.
Like there's several passives that just modify your bow.
Which is odd.
Right? Because not any other weapon has that. But the bow still takes stamina. So it's not a real weapon. So I never felt the need to use those.
Right? And it's only like when you want to get to maybe a couple of things that teach you in the environment, but it does so little damage. Like, if it's not for platforming things, why don't I just use a spear?
Yeah.
That explodes.
Yeah.
And goes through things.
Yeah. Anyway, my favorite thing to do, though, was to, I mean, obviously the game has this in mind, but take the Reckless power, which has you deal and take extra damage, and combine that with the power that reduces the damage you take.
So you upgrade all of it, you only take 5%.
5% extra damage.
But you deal 35% extra damage.
You deal a ton extra.
So you're just like, oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, well, these are staying on there forever. Now what I don't like is that you triple jump as a passive.
Wasn't it passive?
No, it's just in the skill tree. You get it, and then you have it forever.
Oh, yeah, and I forgot this is the...
Like, the corrupted air. This is the time trial, right? Go fast. So I like, the breath power is just unlocked in passive.
It is.
They could have done that for the triple jump.
Wait. No, you still have to
Breathing
buy it
underwater.
You still buy it.
You have to buy it, but you don't have to equip it.
No. Oh yeah, you're right. What the fuck? That's weird. Why is it like that? That's weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could have just done that for triple jump and let you have it. The only reason I really don't like it.
Thanks.
Up, right? No, down. No, not down. Down's bad. Across.
Come on.
No.
I think I just went the wrong. I just went back when I shouldn't have. Probably just have to go this way.
No, you're going the right way.
I think I do go down because I have to go hit the actual pads.
But
Thank you.
death.
I don't know. We'll see.
Go down.
It takes a while for death.
Okay.
Yeah, death takes a bit. Don't worry about
death
it.
takes a little. Death comes slowly. No, but anyway. So we're gonna chat's gonna tell us. But what is the dumbest build in any game? What's your answer first, and then we'll get.
Like, I don't think I play enough games to have this stat bullshit to fuck with.
Okay.
The platform is moved.
Still can't reach it.
I have to get to those other switches.
Right.
All right. We'll
It's
wait.
probably no. Wait, I got one.
You got one. All
You
right.
don't know. You didn't play it, but it's from Dragon Age, or
Okay.
where so usually, as a mage, you're supposed to be squishy. You know, like you can't stay in the back lane. And you pop things from afar. But so for some fucking reason, it's not even the biggest brain fucking I'm going to break the game because they give it to you. You can get a specialization called Arcane Warrior,
Okay.
which makes you able to use a sword
Okay.
and gives you armor bonus based on your magic instead.
Oh, neat.
So you can wear the tank, and the only downside to your magic, you can't use a couple of spells that you can't use your spells cost more. And if you want to use the big shit,
Yeah.
you put away your weapon first and then cast it.
But
you have so much mana by the end of the game.
Okay.
It doesn't fucking matter
All
that
right.
it has a bigger up cost.
So you just get both.
So you just get a sword and the heaviest armor because you can wear all the fucking armor that the warriors can wear.
Okay.
And you still spellcast, and I fucked up.
You did. You gotta go up again.
I did.
That's rested if you don't die.
That's why I'm resting. I'm all like, what? Who did this? Somebody fucked up. Because it almost invalidates every fucking other thing in the game. Because why would you be not a mage if you can do all this shit?
Yep.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, to the point you charge into fucking groups of enemies.
Clearing.
Oh, I guess I did it.
Then let's
You
get
did
to
it.
the top.
Cleared the
The
goo.
alchemist chokes us off.
In the air.
Like, you just run into a group of enemies, like, I'm just gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Because y'all swinging as hard as you can. But not only do I have normal armor, I have the fucking mage armor and shit
Oh.
that you get because you're a mage. Of course you get some mage armor.
Right.
Fucked up. I love it. It's the build I always play as when I play Origin. Because why the fuck wouldn't I?
Alright. Alright, chat. Is the build that you're asking me to talk about, is it Ragnarok build? Shotgun.
One joke, I guess. Like, you know, just Doom guy in general.
Alright. No, you're gonna have to... I don't... Wait. No? I know of a shotgun build, but he would know about that.
I would.
You would know about if it's the one I'm thinking. Anyway, just let's hear it while we talk to y'all.
Easier. Conform to my low expectations and give up.
Yeah, so I think I know what you're talking about, and I'm pretty sure he knows what that is, but like spell it out. If it's the right one, then it's the only character I played in that game. Yep, it's Gage. Yep, you know.
Oh my god, Gage!
Yeah, you know about
Yeah, he's fucking busted. It's fucked up. I understand. Also, this is a lot of Pokemon I've been through.
Yeah, that's the alchemist.
But yeah, it's fucked up that they gave her so much shit.
Yeah.
Because it's the DLC character. Who cares?
Yeah.
Also, I think he's dead. Fucking face.
Yeah, that's great.
Alright, bye.
Oh, hey, you ringed him out.
Bye.
That was quick.
There'll be another time you underestimated
Now, so I thought you were going for your ranger build in that one. Yeah, that one. I thought that's what you were going for. The warg build. So, time to talk about Ragnarok Online a little bit.
God.
Because there's some dumb stuff you can do in that game. So this was... Yeah. So it was on a private server that wasn't emulating the game perfectly. So there were some custom things changed about how some of the mechanics worked that allowed this build to exist.
Mm-hmm.
And it only exists on that server to our knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a ranger class. And the ranger gets a pet warg.
Like big wolf.
Yes, big. You
Yeah.
can ride on.
Yes.
In fact, that's part of the build, is that you ride on the warg. There's a skill that you can only activate while on the warg, which is where the warg dashes into the enemies and smacks them and does damage.
Okay.
The damage
Got one.
So before I go any further with that, this is a class that normally uses a bow to attack things.
Yes, because it's rain.
Because it's a ring. But instead of doing that, we're going to
This
use
dash
this
thing.
one skill after mounting the warg that does damage based on how much weight you have, how much stuff you're holding.
Oh, okay.
So the build is just take this character that uses a bow to hit things, and instead load them up
With the heaviest
with
shit.
the heaviest shit you can find. Take
Oh
them
my
to
God.
the limit of what you can hold, and still activate skills.
Because there's an encumbrance.
There's an encumbrance that lets you that makes you incapable of attacking. You go up to that limit, and you just start ramming people.
Fucked up. And you just do the one skill over and over again?
Yes, over and over and over again, because once you... yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, you go up to 90% of the weight limit, which is before you're unable to use skills. And it does splash damage. So
Wait,
like
the impact of the
attack
ward.
does splash damage.
All right.
So you can stack mobs and smash and it's repeatable. Like there's no build up for the attack.
Wait,
if
since
you
it's not-
start standing
it has-
next to them,
It has no startup.
it has no startup. So if you are next to the enemy you want to hit and you activate the skill, you'll just hit them.
That's fucked up.
Wait for it. This is a game.
It costs mana.
Yeah, so yes, it does cost mana, and that's the thing I was going to get to next. So you also, normal servers you needed to get a running start to do damage, but not on this server in particular. That's why the build worked. But this is also a game where there is mana, and above 50% of your weight, you do not regenerate mana when you're holding stuff.
Okay.
But this is also a game where you can just eat a single item and recover everything.
Just one potion.
Yeah.
Oh, what item?
Oh.
Is that item expensive?
Um,
Hang on.
not on this server because the drop rates were also modified for items, so you can farm them pretty easily.
So-
Also very important. Yes, very important. This is a game where you can get up to level 175, and so you have mana in 4 digits, and the skill costs 3 mana.
So it's a low tier skill that costs nothing.
It's a skill. So there's a job system. Ranger is the 3rd job. Like you go from an archer into a hunter, and then there's a system where you start over again. Like from you prestige.
Yeah.
And then you it changes what the second class is.
Oh,
so then you
okay.
go into you go into like basically it's called a high archer. That just means you prestiged because there's not really anything new there. And then you go into a sniper.
Okay.
And then you take sniper up to ranger because prestiging gives you I think a 25% HP and SP bonus. So there's a reason to do it. Plus you get skills that only the prestige class, second prestige class knows.
Mm-hmm.
So like of course you do it. And then you get to ranger, which is the 3rd class.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you've got 4-digit mana, and you're using 3 mana per attack. Yeah, there's also that.
Get to the top.
Basically, the chat here is going into details about how it's basically like used as like a hit stun break on official servers. Like you just dash away when you get hit. And it might not factor weight on official servers, but just the perfect storm of factoring in weight, right? Being the startup was removed, and the fact that drop rates allow you to acquire the
that
full
item.
heal items.
But you have so much SP anyway.
Yes.
That'll take you forever to run out while
Well-
you're doing something.
You say that.
That's another.
But this is also a game where there's 175 levels. It's a bit grindy.
Yeah. Right.
So enemies have health, especially bosses. So you might have to use a couple of those fighting a boss.
I mean,
Point
fair
is it's like
so you get a team all good rangers and the big pups,
yeah,
and you just go on all angles.
you could. No, you don't even like. If you saw combat in that game, you'd realize there's not really any point of trying to surround an enemy. You just all charge in at once in a straight line. It doesn't matter. But yes, you could do that, and it's pretty funny that just the perfect storm of server changes to that particular private server allowed that to exist. That's a fun one. Since we're on the subject of this game, my favorite thing, which is no longer possible, well, it's possible on private servers, so let's start with back in.
Go.
Yeah, there. Oh, is there? Well, I'll let you type that out while I explain just the tarot card skill, which was my favorite thing in the entire game. So you get the typing. So before I get into my favorite build, I have to kind of explain the background, like not the background, but like the mechanics behind it. So basically, before 2010, when the game like completely revamped its like rules, casting basically was if you're casting a skill, it's given a time to cast, right? But the amount of dexterity you had reduced that time by a percentage.
What's the max amount of time? What's the max percentage you do?
You can get it to 100% reduction.
That's okay.
You, however, need a dumb amount of dex to get there.
Okay.
So basically, it was very, very difficult unless you were an archer class, because you spec into dex for your damage. Now, I mentioned there's a job system. You can take archer to hunter, or you can do what I did and take archer into bard. That's where bard spec from. Now, I explained that there's prestige classes, right? And the prestige class for bard was, depending on like what version of the server you're playing, is either a clown or a minstrel. It's the same thing. Yes, and one of the skills.
Yes.
I'm gonna refer to it as minstrel from here on because that's what it was called on the international server. One of the skills the minstrel and the got was called tarot reading or something like that. Tarot card. It's just tarot card of fate, maybe, where you do a tarot reading on your target. And depending on the tarot card you pull, it's tarot card of fate. Okay, yeah. Depending on the tarot card you pull, an effect will have. Now, most of the effects are, the cooldown, I'll get there. So the cast time, and I forgot that there's also some skills have a cooldown, which is reduced by some other things, but getting that to 0 is pretty tough. However, there's a bard skill that reduces cooldown. However, bards don't typically affect themselves with their skills.
They affect you, but
like they affect people around them. Yeah. But there's a way for you to affect yourself with it. I won't go into that, but there's another class that does something to you that lets you affect yourself with those skills. So, you've got enough dex so that there's no cast time on this skill. And then there's you have enough intelligence, I think it was, affects how good your bard skill to reduce cast cooldown. So you do that, and basically you essentially machine gun cast this tarot reading on something. And this was used in PvP because there were 13 different effects that the skill had. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Okay, there are 13 different effects that the skill had. So, if you draw the Fool card, you reduce the target's SP to 0. If you draw the Magician card, their magic attack is cut in half, so ruins casters for 30 seconds.
Oh, no, I fucked up. Well, let me jump off. I missed the...
If you draw the High Priestess card, it's a dispel, a full dispel. Like, all buffs are gone.
For everybody?
No, for the target. This is a single target skill.
Okay.
If you draw the Chariot, it inflicts 1,000 damage that ignores defense, and randomly breaks one of their gear. Like they'll have to go get it repaired. The Strength card cuts the target's attack in half for 30 seconds. The Lovers is a funny one. It heals them for 2,000 health, and randomly teleports them to somewhere else on the same map.
Wait, this is used on
enemies.
We just teleport A random enemy.
to a random location and heal them. This one didn't really work in PvP, so they just got the heal. They just got the heal.
I was just about to say, what happens if you do that to some guy you challenge?
Yeah, I know. So that part didn't really work. Wheel of Fortune. Just picks 2 other cards at random and applies both of them. The Hanged Man triggers 3 statuses on them, which are frozen, petrified, frozen, petrified, or stopped? I thought it did multiple. Anyway, basically, it did a status to them that they can't do, right? Temperance basically triggers the Confusion status, where this is a game that's played top-down, basically, and you
like an isometric view? Or?
yes, kind of like that,
Okay.
where you click on tiles to move. It's not WASD movement. So, the confused status is, I'm going to click on that tile. Oh, I'm going to walk. Oh, I don't know where I'm walking. What tile did I click on? They just move around randomly. So, there's that. The Devil card inflicts 6,666 fixed damage.
Oh.
Cuts their attack in half. Cuts their magic attack in half. And curses them.
This curse?
Curse in this game, basically, the major effect is their movement speed is really drastically reduced. I think there was another effect as well, but that's like the major one, right? And then there was, let's see, there's the Tower, which inflicts 4,444 damage that ignores defense.
I don't know the significance of that number.
A lot of 4s. It's 4 4s.
Okay.
And 4 is an unlucky number. But it's the Tower, so I don't know. Anyway, the Star stuns the target for 5 seconds. The Sun cuts their attack, magic attack, defense, chance to hit, and chance to dodge by 20%.
A lot.
And then there's the final card.
Okay.
Death.
Ah. Do they die?
No.
No.
It curses them.
Uh-huh.
It poisons them.
Oh.
And it inflicts them with the rudest status in the game, Coma.
That sounds rude.
It drops them to 1 health.
Wow, fuck you. It's like, you might as well just kill him. If it's poison, does poison kill in this
No.
game? Okay.
That poison would stop their regen.
Ah,
that case.
okay. Alright.
Yeah.
One-winged angel of goddamn Kingdom Hearts? Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's what it does. Now, please remember that I am machine gun fire casting this. Oh, sorry.
And the cards come up randomly, right?
Completely random.
So you just shoot them out.
Yes.
And whatever happens.
Yes. So, the thing to note here is that there is only a 40% chance when casting it for it to go off. And then there's a 1 out of 13 chance to get the death, right? Or you could pull wheel and get it out of 2 out of 13. But I used to do this in PvP. I would get the buff on me that lets me affect myself with the cast reduction skill, and spam this on high threat targets.
Well done.
Where basically, because other people are also attacking them, the instant I trigger death,
They die.
they do die because somebody else is hitting them right. Because they drop to 1 health, and then they take damage from whoever's hitting them.
That's some dirt.
It was fun because basically I was a support class as a bard, right? I give my allies, increased attack speed, increased cast speed,
Yeah.
increased health. But if a big tank came in and the mages weren't killing them, or the monk class came in, I'll get there.
God damn it.
And if the monk class comes in, they've got an attack called the Guillotine Fist.
Alright.
That basically it'll one shot you if it lands on you.
Sick.
But it was based on, for instance, for that, it was based on how much SP they had. It would do an attack for every point of SP they had.
Oh. Oh,
That's how it calculated the damage.
That's actually.
So if I hit them with-
that reminds me of something.
So if I hit them with, oh, your SP's 0,
All right.
while they're casting it,
Ah, jeez.
that happens sometimes. It was great.
Drop down.
So that was the
Nope.
build I had in that game for PvP. It was really funny because I was still doing my support role.